Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts and another Team Tiny Hop. Today we're talking April showers and I'm using products from Miss Ink Stamps. I'm starting by using this Christmas set called Woodland Hearth, and you see the two trees, that scene, that's a big scene. I'm just using the log in the center on the bottom where my thumb is, the two mistletoe bunnies and one of the smaller bunnies. This beautiful flower too, I'm just using the sentiments. It's a Simon Says stamp set. And then the next stamp, Woodcut Florals, that was also a Christmas stamp. So I'm going to start by embossing a piece of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. I'm going to use that Woodcut Floral. I'll ink it with some Versamark ink, and then I will heat emboss it with white embossing powder from Ranger, and of course I'm using my Misti to do that. So I wanted to use this stamp set because it was one that I purchased from Jamie's Not Too Shabby shop over Christmas, and I never had a chance to use it. And I'm not really going to focus on the coloring. I will share the colors that I use, and all of the products will be listed in the description box below. But I will be talking about the reason that I chose to use this set. So today I decided that I wanted to use a set of stamps that I have not used at all, that were not made for the purpose that I was using them for. Does that make sense? So these are Christmas stamps, and that background again was a Christmas stamp, and I'm just going in and ink blending it in rainbow order. Because the hop is April showers, I thought after a shower or a rainstorm, you always have a beautiful rainbow. So I decided to pull out again my Pink Fresh Studio inks and do some ink blending with my Amazon brushes. I'm not taking time to do a pristine blend because the background is really what is speaking, not so much the colors. So I will go in with my guillotine trimmer and cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is a Gina Marie Designs doily, and I took one of the circles from Gina K Designs and cut those two bunnies under a mistletoe out, and I stamped them with Gina K Designs amalgam ink because that is Copic friendly. The paper that I'm using right there is Copic Express It, and I have to tell you that it did some fabulous blending. It was quick and easy. The paper takes that ink like no other. I don't Copic color, as you know, a whole lot, and so I decided to pull this out, and I remembered why I purchased it. I absolutely love it. So I'll put the colors on the screen, but I'm really not focusing so much on the coloring. It is more about the times that we're in right now, and I know you're hearing this everywhere, but there are a lot of people who either don't have a lot of crafty supplies or they're not able to buy new supplies, but we all have stamps that we've purchased and we haven't used, and some of them are for holidays or themes. This is a Christmas stamp, and I bought it and it sat, and then I pick it up once a year and then don't use it again. So I thought that, you know, this year as I'm focusing on using products, that I would also focus on how to use some of the products we have in different ways. So this little bunny is now going to be holding a bouquet of flowers, and he brought it for his cute little girlfriend who is giving him a sweet kiss. It could be their anniversary. If I change the colors on that panel, it could be a Valentine card. It could be an engagement card. It doesn't just have to be two bunnies under a mistletoe, and that's the point that I'm making. We really need to look at our stamp sets differently. Now, the larger stamp that I showed you from Miss Ink with the two trees and it had a clothesline hanging stockings, I'm using the small little log from the bottom of it. So, you know, even though the pine trees have that, you know, Christmassy feel, I'm not using those. I'm just using that little itty bitty log. I stamped it out. All of this, all of the images that are cut besides this one are I used my brother's scan and cut. And, you know, I'm able to get more use out of it. So I will finish coloring this up and then I will begin building my card. I am going to do the bunny to the right, the little girl bunny, I'm going to do her a little bit darker, so I'm going to come in here in just a minute with a darker Copic marker and I will do a little deeper blending on her. But let's talk a little bit about Team Tiny. So as many of you know, this is a monthly hop that we have done. We are a group of YouTube providers that are not monetized, and we decided to band together once a month to provide viewers ad-free content. So when you started watching this video, there was no ad, and that is one of the reasons why we decided to come together, because it's a much nicer experience in some ways to not have those ads at the beginning of every hop. And then you are also getting to meet providers, content providers that you may not know at all. We have a couple new ones this month. Every month we're growing. It's super exciting to see us as a group grow in numbers, and to also see the original gang also grow, our channels grow. So it's really been nice to have this camaraderie, and I wanted to let you know that there are actually 3 prizes on this hop. This is really exciting. So Kiana, for the crafty, oh my goodness, the crafty therapist, Kiana, I'm so sorry. She is offering a $25 gift certificate to the Not Too Shabby shop. And then Sins is offering a $25 gift certificate to her shop, and Catherine Kelly is also offering a $25 gift certificate to, I believe, scrapbook.com. So all 3 of them are very generous. I want to thank them for doing this. They're doing this out of the kindness of their heart. The only thing that they require is that you comment on their video and you are a subscriber on their channel. That being said, they are going to take all of the comments from all of the hop stops, so collectively, and they will pick a winner. So you must be subscribed, you must leave a comment, and the more comments you leave, the greater your chance is of winning. Each channel individually will do their own announcing, and Kiana, the craft therapist, thank you. I knew it was on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, they are giving away prizes generously, so hop along. Make sure that you give everybody some love. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're not already a subscriber when you do subscribe, so you get notification of when their next video is. So back to the card. There's that little doily. I added some foam to the back of it, and as usual, I have not glued it down to the center. I decided that I was going to make this sentiment strip in a rainbow, and I needed to do some ink blending, but I failed to look at my card panel to realize that I needed blue and purple. So I will turn this over and start all over again. I did glue that embossed panel to a Nina Solar White 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding card base, and I am going to use the Simon Says stamp Love and Hugs, which is a very tiny stamp, but I thought that it fit where I was placing it nicely. I'll do a little bit of cutting on that sentiment strip with my guillotine trimmer, and then that will be my first card. My second card, I actually made the same panel. I did not show that since it was exactly the same. So here I have the red at the top, and I believe I put it at the bottom on the next one. We'll take a look, but I used the exact same colors. I did ground those bunnies with a little Copic, brown Copic marker, and took a shade of green to try to blend it in with the green where it was hitting on that background panel for those bunnies. So here I did another panel onto that Nina Solar White 110-pound top folding card base, and I am doing a little bit more of Copic coloring, and I think I want to say that quite possibly I actually stamped these two on a small little piece of Nina Solar White cardstock, 80-pound. So instead of those branches having little berries, I'll make them a hot pink so they look like little flowers, and my bunny will be in very, very, very light shades of gray. So there's not a whole lot of Copic coloring. I will come in and do some grounding for the log and the bunny. I'll take a circle from that Gina K Designs set that I shared earlier, and I will cut a mask from that. I think I cut it out of regular cardstock, and then I just laid it flat. I didn't even put, because it was such a minimal piece, I didn't even put any adhesive on the back of it. That circle right there is from My Favorite Things. It's called the Stitched Scallop Circle, and I will put all of my elements together on that, and then I will look at it and place it on my card and realize that I do not like the proportion. So I will pick it up and go back over and take the next largest stitch scallop circle, and I will die cut that out of vellum, and I will lay that underneath. So that little circle is going to give me a place for my sun, and I will do a terrible job of ink blending. I didn't really see that I didn't get it as well as I liked, so I will, if you look at the final pictures, you'll see that I did a much better job of blending that sun. So here's where I'm just laying those elements down. I'll put it on the panel and say, no, don't like that. So I'm going to trim that little piece off from the log, and I will come back with that MFT vellum. I will put that on there. I like it much better. And then we will put our sentiment on, and we will be finished. So I'm using Pink Fresh Studio ink to put the sentiment on there, and then I will show you a final look at both of the cards. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you hopping along with us. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. Make sure that you visit everybody in the hop, give them some love, and I hope that you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much again for watching. Bye for now.